Not we are currently live and you're eating mashed potatoes. Congrats.
I'm eating mashed potatoes live. Jesus. Okay. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of C&C Bros. We haven't been on air for a month since E3. It's been a summer break for us.
E3 was that devastating.
It was that devastating.
It was that uneventful.
But we're back now, and we have a whole bunch of stuff we want to talk to you about. So,
kinda,
in a way,
yeah. So I wanted to start off with the standard. What are we playing? What are we watching?
Well, I'm playing South Park: Stick of Truth again.
How are you enjoying that?
I'm really enjoying it again.
Does it run better on the PS4?
It's in 60 frames. Thank God.
Jesus, that's amazing. And it wasn't built for the PC this time.
And then I'm also playing Game of Thrones Telltale.
What episode are you on?
I'm still on it. Well, I'm done with episode 1. The only reason why I'm not on episode 2 is because I've been too tired to sit through 2 hours for it. And
that's how I feel.
Oh, did I tell you? I pretty much dropped.
Dropped what?
I dropped Shadow Mordor pretty much.
Well, I mean, I knew that was going to happen, but at least you had fun while you played it.
Yeah, I was like, oh, well, that hour, I'm done.
I mean, the game opens up, but it's kind of like there's a broken system in it to where if you like get up on a tower or like high enough up where people can't chase you, you could just pick them off with a bow. And that really kind of ruined the entire experience once I figured out that I didn't have to take control of anybody. I could just be really sneaky about it.
I just didn't like the world.
Of course you don't like the world.
Send me that.
Okay.
No, I swear, the entire
not
time.
That one. Don't send me that one.
I detached the fact that it was Lord of the Rings. I just didn't like the world.
I mean, that's fine. Shelly, I have to say, though, at least you're playing Game of Thrones. I stopped at, like, episode 3, I think.
Oh, you did?
I think I started episode 3, and I never got through it. I still haven't finished The Walking Dead Season 1, and I have Season 2 waiting for me now.
Dude, that's like the easiest platinum. I'm going to get my first platinum by playing Game of Thrones.
Well, currently, what are you watching, by the way?
Just Super and Boruto. I keep meaning to start Boku no Hero.
Dude, do it.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, go ahead and do that because like that's a really easy one to like binge. Like really easy.
I'm trying to decide if I just want to go ahead and just watch it in English now.
I don't know. I haven't tried the dub. I've heard it was really good with Sabbath.
Caitlin and I started watching it.
Who's dubbing it? Is it Funimation or Viz?
It's funny.
Whoever does Super. Funimation.
Okay. Yeah. I can watch it with Funimation. Viz is very iffy for me.
Yeah. Funimation's doing it.
Well,
only like Viz during Inuyasha.
Currently I'm not watching anything like right now. I'm about to. I'm gonna start that my first girlfriend's a gal. Because I've been wanting to watch that ever since I saw it announced because it sounds really fucking funny.
Explain that.
You know, like, basically from what I remember, because I haven't read up a summary of it in a while, is that like he's like a fucking like timid ass guy typically, and he gets a girlfriend because he asks out a really popular hot girl. But she's like one of those people that's like super like tan or whatever. I don't know like what the whole deal is. What are they called in Japan?
Gangara?
Yeah, she's kind of like that kind of personality, but really popular and ditzy, but nice. I have no idea what the whole. It's just like a series of unexpected events is basically what this show is, and it's ridiculously ecchi. It looks like. People are complaining though already that it's like not following the manga's like timeline and character arcs. So it's gonna be its own thing, but that's fine for me. I'll just go back and read it if I actually like it, which is what I usually do with any anime that I'll enjoy. I'm gonna start that. I need to finish up. March Comes In Like a Lion, because I think I had like 3 episodes left of that, and because I kind of want to get ready for whenever they announce season 2. And I'm watching Super now because we're in the tournament, and I legit haven't watched Super since the last tournament.
That's okay.
Um,
All you need to know is that Goku's the heel.
Wow.
Well, I'm kind of enjoying Super now, and it actually looks like it's gotten a lot better. It's certainly better than One Piece. I haven't watched One Piece since.
Hold on. Well, actually, I heard like One Piece isn't bad. Well, you know, besides the
as bad as it usually is.
But, yeah, the episode from Super last week, not this past week, but yeah, you heard about the whole reused animation from different stuff, right?
Yeah, I watched it, Chili. I saw it.
When?
I watched it like a week ago.
What, the episode?
Yes! They're reusing clips of animation from the opening. And then they're having like characters do the same thing in like different backgrounds.
Yeah, it's not just the opening, it's from like past episodes.
So yeah, Funimation does it. Not Funimation, what the fuck am I saying? Toei does it.
Wow.
And they do that all the time. Scooby-Doo did that shit, and they had no budget. So I've kind of accepted when a studio's like cut corners a little bit, except when it's like a Madhouse or something like that. Because if it's a reputable studio like that is known for like, you know, top-notch animation, then I won't give them a pass.
Bro, I mean but that's just lazy.
I mean, yeah.
Got to do the cooking by the book.
But what I'm playing, Jesus Christ.
You were saying.
Yeah, go ahead and say it. What is it?
I'm playing. I just platinumed Rechain of Memories the other day. I actually have a video that I took, but it wouldn't upload to YouTube. So I gotta do that via flash drive of me getting the platinum. It was really funny. I've got a Final Fantasy 12, the Zodiac Age, that I'm playing right now, and that's gonna take up all my time. Oh my god. I'm looking at the clock right now, and apparently I've spent about 8 hours on it already. Everybody's level 10. And I just got out of the dungeon. I haven't touched Horizon in about a month.
Wait.
I haven't touched Horizon.
Since the last time you streamed, had I beat Horizon?
No.
I beat Horizon.
Did you?
He beat like the hour that he had left.
Yeah, I seriously had just an hour left. It felt like I had only an hour left.
Because like, and I think I just bought it to buy it, and that was one of the most impulsive buys I've ever done in a while, because I wanted to play Horizon, but not that much, because it didn't really interest me, but I just wanted to play it, you know what I mean? Kind of like The Witcher. But The Witcher actually kind of caught my interest halfway through. Horizon had not done that yet, so I've not touched it. But I will go back. What else am I playing? Steins Gate Zero. I'm reading the shit out of that. I say read. It's a visual novel. But that's also what I wanted to talk about as far as what I'm watching, technically, because I've just gotten into that, and it's really fun. And we'll talk more about that in a little bit. But what about you, George?
Right now, I'm finally playing Metal Gear Solid 4.
Awesome.
And
great game.
Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition. Just to kind of give myself something to do, kill the pacing. I was going to wait to play that so I could like stream it or something, because, you know, it'd been a while since I played DMC, and it'd be really cool to get back in. But
you got Soul Silver too, didn't you?
Huh?
You got Soul Silver too, didn't you?
I'm literally playing that right now on my phone.
I've been had Soul Silver. I had Soul Silver the day it came out. Now I'm thinking about streaming Soul Silver, which I think what I'm gonna do instead is just let's play it up and put videos on YouTube channel.
I'm telling you, that'll make us bust up.
Oh yeah. We'll bust all kinds of nuts.
Thank you, Shelly. I just dropped my mashed potatoes.
Hey, man, whatever
Jesus.
gets you there.
It's a metaphor.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I'm playing so far. I need to nip a bunch of stuff in the butt that I haven't been playing in a while.
Oh, and I'm
Or
still
that
playing
I
Rocket
need to-
League.
Good job, Shelly. I'm still playing Overwatch.
Same. I need to finish Nier Automata at some point, but I feel like that's a game that I just need a day for.
How
Like
far are
a
you
day
in that?
where I don't even know. I have 3 of the endings because I think 2 are joke endings and 1 is like make the wrong choice ending, but I did them on purpose, so I can go ahead and get them out the way.
Oh, okay.
That's how I do with Steins Gate.
Yeah.
I'm running through everyone like systematically, and it's gonna turn into like a fucking 60-hour game.
Yeah. I need to finish that. I'll watch Caitlin beat and start New Game Plus on P5.
She did the exact same thing I did, and she'll do the exact same thing I did too, and also not finish it.
Yeah.
Jeez, Brian, you were stuttering so much. I thought you were reading that paper I showed you.
I've been stuttering a lot lately, like at work too. I'm just tired.
Yeah. Lord knows when I'll finish MGS4, but
It doesn't take long. It's an experience, I guess.
when I get to Phantom Pain, I'll probably have that up for everybody to see.
Have you played Phantom Pain yet?
I thought you were doing it in like chronological order.
I was, but the copy of Ground Zeroes and Phantom Pain that I had borrowed from a friend of mine, from like an old roommate, and he moved off to Colorado, so he needed his games. At that point, I had just finished Snake Eater and was taking a break. So right now, I don't have Ground Zeroes or Phantom Pain. And whenever I
Ground
just
Zeroes was free on PS Plus.
He didn't get it.
Ah, Jesus.
how long ago?
Like a year and a half at least.
I had it, George.
Yeah, he bought it for me because I don't think I had a PlayStation 4 yet. That's how
Legitimately,
long ago
I don't
it was.
I'm trying to remember if I had mine yet at all. Anywho,
Oh, did you see I named my Totodile Capone?
No, I didn't
I
see you
didn't.
named it. Where did you send it?
On the chat.
Oh, in here. I thought you were looking at doing it in the group chat.
I saw that you screenshotted you were playing, but I didn't even bother to read it.
Oh, God. That's
I
our
did.
friendship, everybody.
We don't read what we send to
We
each
don't
other,
read.
and that's why we don't do
Nope.
anything with the podcast.
We know that it's there, and we just kind of gloss over it.
That's
But
how
yeah,
our lives
no,
work in general.
Can we get it to read?
I didn't think I needed it. I didn't think I was going to be running the MGS series at that time, but here we are now.
Wait, so have you played Phantom Pain before? Or
Mm-mm.
oh, okay.
Really? Well, good luck.
I watched Brian play it a little bit.
Whenever I scoop like $17, I'll just get that complete from work, and it'll be no problem.
It's not going to be a big deal to get it now.
I can honestly say that Quiet was hot. From what I saw.
Oh yeah, Stephanie Justin is a treasure.
You're doing it too.
A pleasure too, maybe. I don't know. That depends on who you are.
Well, I can say my experience with that game was very strained because I wanted to believe it wasn't what I got, but it was. And
I think everybody feels that way.
but at the same time, like I had a lot of fun, but I didn't experiment a lot because I played it like I would have played Snake Eater or Metal Gear Solid 2. Or like a pacifist, like no kill run, and I did not experiment at all with the sandbox elements. So that made it a lot more frustrating. It made it a lot more frustrating.
Nah. After I beat Twin Snakes on the GameCube, I've accepted that like you know, trying to go for the big boss or Foxtown run or whatever is it's not for me. Somebody's got to die. I'm gonna kill them.
Yeah, I'm not really into that anymore. That platinum for MGS4 is almost impossible. Like for me, people do it all the time. They do it for fun, obviously, because they're better players than me. I don't think I've ever played MGS4 not on easy.
Not on easy?
I wouldn't get it anyway. Everything I've been, 2 through 4, I've been playing on Drew's account anyway, which hindsight, probably should have just stuck my account on his PS3.
Yeah, Shelly, not on easy, because I have not. I always played it on easy. I played I think I played Phantom Pain on normal, if it had a difficulty.
I don't think I've ever played a game on easy before.
I used to when I was younger.
I'm trying to remember if I did then.
I'm pretty sure MGS3 was the last one I played on easy.
There are very few games where I have. I think even when I started the series, I just played it on normal.
I'd play Pokemon on easy.
Good job, Shelly. There's only one game that gives you the option of going to a hard mode.
Really?
Yeah.
What is it? Wait,
like
how is it a hard mode?
Black and white, dude. I don't know. The AI is less stupid.
Is it that one I downloaded?
No. It's not that fan-made white to black to like disgusting hack. The one that threw you against like, I don't know, like
I was like, I don't know. I may not be the greatest Pokemon player here, but I'm almost positive I should be able to beat this.
Like, you were fighting, what was his name? Brawly, from, like, Hoenn?
Yeah.
On a bridge? And he had, like, a top-tier team for, like, at the time. Level scaled, of course, but, like, his moveset was disgusting. The AI wasn't dicking around. Like, that game was impossible for you.
Like,
if you didn't grind.
I think I out-leveled him by I don't know how much.
You were level 23. You out-leveled him.
Look, man, the Gen 5 meta is a very awful thing.
I don't want to go back to those days.
I don't like these days. I mean, they're okay.
I don't like these days either with Toxapex or whatever its name is.
I feel like Gen 6 is where I really
got into it,
made a mark. Well, nah, I was into it since at least 4, but I feel like I made a mark in 6. Like I had it under my hands and everything was nice, and then 7 did a lot of things.
Gen 6 is the one that I did the most as far as getting a Pokedex completed. I almost did it. I just kind of stopped halfway through.
Bro, Smeargle was the young best
one.
What'd you say, Shelly?
I said Gen 3 is still the best one.
4, dog.
4. I was like, I'm not gonna argue with you on this one, Shelly. It's 4.
Heart Gold, Soul Silver, best games in the series. Fight me.
I still say Platinum's one of the best.
Wait, does that count as a new gen?
Yeah, it's in Gen 4.
Yeah, because it's in Gen 4. I mean, in Pojo's book, he counts Gold, Silver, Crystal, Heart Gold, Soul Silver. He counts all 5 together, which that's fine too. I just know I'm really partial to the improvements that Gen 4 made, just visually, because those sprites were some of the nicest, cleanest I'd ever seen. And then Gen 5, they tried to make all the sprites move, so the quality kind of just dimmed down a lot.
It shat the bed.
Yeah.
Okay, no lie.
In layman's terms.
I played Diamond and Pearl. I was like, oh, okay, well, this looks nice. Then I played Black and White. I was like, the fuck is this?
Right.
Yeah, because they went for the animation thing, which they incorporated in other games, but that was the first time they did it, and it was gross.
Well, they did it in other games, and it would be for a little bit, and because it was sprites, you know what I'm saying? The movement wasn't too heavy. With Black and White, they tried to do the same thing that they do in games with 3D modeling, but just kind of do that 2D, and it's nah, they should have just waited on the 3DS so we can get what we got in X and Y. It's like don't try to make it work now. Just kind of ease
Just
up.
give me more megas, please. Give me a counter to Toxapex.
Bring back megas.
Yeah, bring them back and bring back all of them.
Like, why
A
would
lot
you
of the-
do something then take it away?
Toys.
Marketing.
True.
Yeah. I mean, not all of the megas are gone. There's still mega stones you can get in Sun and Moon, but
it's like a third of what you could get.
Yeah, the bulk of them are unobtainable, and you can't transfer items with the Poké Transfer, which, I mean, makes sense because some stuff either doesn't exist anymore or isn't in the code for other games. Because remember, with the virtual console versions of the Gen 1 and Gen 2 games, you can push those all the way up to Gen 7.
Yeah.
And Pokemon couldn't even hold items in Gen 1, so I guess it didn't matter less. Which, I still want to look at that. Like, how do individual values get calculated and stuff like that? Because pretty sure the index for IVs are different in like Gen 1 and 2 than they are in 7. And then special attack and special defense didn't get.
Yeah, aren't those like randomly generated when you like transfer over?
Jesus, I hope not.
Yeah, it's like, isn't that like a wild card thing? Because I'm
No.
gonna test it out. Because like they have to generate an ability for you, and all that good stuff, and they have to generate like a special stat or special.
They have to generate
defense
natures
stat.
too.
Yeah.
Like for most people that it wouldn't affect, I guess that's all fine and dandy. But for like,
I mean,
for a good majority of people, that's
who's gonna be using your Gen 1
thing.
Nidoking competitively? Like, well, let's be honest with ourselves.
I will.
Shelly will.
Shelly will.
In that abridged Taya voice.
That
my god.
He also does not have a 3DS or Pokemon Bank.
I got so bored. Like over the
They'll
past.
find someone.
I finally watched Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged all the way through.
Oh my god. I
Kind
haven't
of funny,
watched
right?
that.
Not really funny, but
Yeah, it's
Just
not really
enough.
funny, but Taya's parts kill me. Like,
yeah.
Especially around like almost the end.
What? See, now I kind of want to watch them, but every time I try and start, I'm just like, I don't like Yu-Gi-Oh! That much.
You don't have to like it.
It's
it's very aware of its source material. It makes fun of itself. Like,
yeah, they never call it. They never call it Duel Monsters. They just call it a children's card game.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna take over the world. In order to do that, I'm gonna challenge you to a children's card game.
I was thinking about that. Like, all these people are like, what world would you rather live in? And it's like, I would hate to live in fucking Duel Monsters. Yeah, like, that's the safest one.
Well, no. People try to take over the world with Beyblades, too.
Damn it.
Russia was real close.
Like, no one would pick anything, like, remotely, like, besides, like, DBZ, I think. DBZ would be the safest one to pick.
I'd choose One Piece.
Oh,
no.
All you'd have to do is not be a pirate.
All you have to do is just be a Marine.
Hey, Brian.
Yeah.
On the subject of bring back megas,
I don't like where this is going.
Mega stones for the Hoenn starters, Camerupt and Bayonet are going to be available in all regions of Sun and Moon with a code. I guess you put the code in mystery gift. Oh, it says are now available, not will be available.
Oh, okay. It's our Sun and Moon, not Ultra.
But where is my Mega Evolution for Typhlosion?
Or Totodile.
Or Meganium?
I was wanting the Johto starters to get Mega Evolutions.
I would love a Mega Feraligatr. I know it's Feraligatr, but
I had to look up
Feraligatr.
Transfer.
Let's see.
Pretty sure we have more topics.
Oh yeah. I'm reading and watching Steins Gate. Well, I read the visual novel because that was that was one of the things that I had wanted to watch, and then Alexis had got me into it or wanted me to watch it, and so I was like, all right, but I have to do it at my own pace. So I read the visual novel. It's good. It's really good. I can easily understand why people call it like one of their like top animes. Like it's up in my top 5 now. And I read it, but
Oh, really?
yeah, like I'm not gonna lie, like, and I'm reading Steins Gate Zero right now because it came on sale with one of those. I forget what it was called. It might be the mid-year sale that it was on sale for. But
That was a good sale.
it was a really good sale.
That was a good.
No, it was the one right before the mid-year sale. It was on for like $12, and it was disgusting. And I got that, God of War, Hitman. I'm playing Hitman, by the way. It's fun too. But anyway, I went ahead and I started it because I had read the original and I loved it. It made me cry like a bitch. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, one of the endings kind of like hit me where I didn't need it to hit me, but it did anyway. And it was one of those ugly cries, like what I had after Type 0. Where the ending of Type 0 just caught me completely off guard, and then I just started boo-hooing like really silently to myself while Shelly's asleep on the couch snoring.
Oh,
I remember that very vividly because I kept glancing over to make sure he didn't like wake up and just like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Brian, just so you know, I knew.
No, you didn't. You were asleep.
You thought I was asleep.
You were asleep. You were snoring so loud.
It
almost took me out of the moment. I won't lie. But anyway, like, I read it, I enjoyed it, and I was really surprised at how much like it resonated with me as like a consumer, because I really like mystery stories and I like thrillers. And I forgot how much I actually like sci-fi stories. And this is time travel, which I usually don't like, but it was time travel done right and realistically enough. I mean, science fiction, right? But it really enjoyable, and great characters too, like really good characters. And Steins Gate Zero took that all and it times it by at least 10, because it starts off like at one of like the bad endings, and it kind of rolls with it. And that's the whole premise of like Steins Gate Zero. It's like, what would have happened if they hadn't have done this and gotten to the true ending of the original? And it's you going like proceeding with the characters as such. And I haven't finished it. I got to like one good ending, and I've gotten like a one bad ending, because the way the whole, and this isn't spoilers or anything, but like the way that the game's like walkthrough is designed, it's like a giant zero with like a dash, a slash across the middle, and that's how it works. Like, you have to go on either side to like unlock the true ending, like, and do like a specific sequence of events to make sure that you get like a flag unlocked so that you can get the ultimate ending or whatever. And it's kind of clever, but it's a long ass game, and I think I'm about 60% done with it, I think.
that's
But I have no idea. Yeah, it's enough, but like the ending that I got, that was just the standard good ending that didn't resolve anything really. It kind of left it at a cliffhanger. I love that, and honestly, in that ending is one of my favorite moments. Like, at least top 5 like comeback moments I've ever seen in any anime. Like, Shelly, name off one of your top 5 comebacks, like just right now. In anime.
Natsu versus anybody.
Shut up.
No.
Besides Fairy Tail, he has a point.
Especially Natsu by himself versus Sting and Rogue.
Oh my god. I'm not gonna lie, that one kind of like impressed me, even though I knew it was bullshit.
There you go.
But yeah, like top 5 easy, like best anime like comebacks I've ever seen in my life. I think the Yu Yu Hakusho comeback and the Dark Tournament, like, this is like right up there with that, like for me at least. But The game's good. The story's fantastic, and I love this is like an extra dosage of like suffering and pain for me, and I love tragedies, and good stuff. Good stuff. You really should watch it though, Shelly. I do like highly recommend that you watch the original anime in Japanese though. Like, don't watch that shit dubbed. It's awful. Like,
what's it go?
Like, that's one of the rare instances where it being dubbed. Yeah. Have you seen it, George?
Watched a couple episodes with Caitlin.
No, like, watch the whole thing. Yeah. But go ahead and watch it. I do highly recommend it, and I think both of you will enjoy it, especially you, Shelly, since you like Parasite and you like that whole shebang.
Shebang, bang.
Parasite.
And you also liked Death Note, too, so this is right up your alley. But
I like some
you didn't like Death Note?
I haven't watched Death Note.
Oh.
It's on my list, but I don't want to watch it right now.
Look, boy.
All according to Keikaku.
Jesus.
Oh,
Keikaku
God.
What? Are you surprised I brought that back?
No, I found the article.
About what?
In reference to the question we asked earlier about Pokemon stats.
What did it say?
And
they are randomly generated?
Okay.
If it's anything like Dragon Ball Super, are they bullshit?
It's broken down really weird. Okay. Individual values are Jesus.
Can't have other YouTube videos in the background.
Kinda can't. Individual values are determined randomly, but you will have 3 perfect IVs, which, aside from Mew, who gets 5 perfect IVs, because Mew's base stat spread is even all around and something Mew values and all of that hex IDs.
Okay, Shelly, so maybe you can use your Gen 1 competitively.
I knew it.
Effort values are set to 0.
That makes sense.
Which, good thing, if you messed up, some EVs, then you get a chance to do it all again in Gen 7. But also, if you fully trained out everything and got a good spread, you have to do that all over. Nature is determined based on the EXP gain of your Pokemon.
What? So, there's 6 EXP gain. It's like a medium. It's like slow.
Oh no, not the
medium,
rates.
And fast.
Not the rates.
Oh, okay.
Your number.
Oh my god.
If the last 2.
That's stupid.
Yeah. If the last 2 digits of your, like, say for example, if the last 2 digits of your experience are 0, 25, 50, or 75, and the remainder after experience divided by 25 is 0, then you get a hardy nature. If the last 2 digits are 126, 51, or 76, and the remainder after experience divided by 25 is 1, then you get a lonely nature.
Who came up with these algorithms?
Masuda. Okay.
Time to crunch the numbers, guys.
But bruh, ability is great though.
Yeah, go ahead.
Everything transfer will have its hidden ability.
That's what I was hoping, but I was like, no, they wouldn't do that. That's bullshit. Time to break out my competitive yellow Pikachu.
Except Mew, the Weezing line, and the Gengar line, and that's because they don't have hidden abilities. Now. Oh wow, that's weird. Machop with no guard. Machop, when you transfer it, won't have no guard because no guard fissure Machamp can't exist. Like Machamp, the Machop line naturally has no guard as a hidden ability.
Yeah.
Because any move you throw out, it's gonna hit, which is why Machamp with Dynamic Punch is so great. But in Gen 1, the Machop line could learn Fissure, which is a one-hit KO move.
That's bullshit.
So, as a failsafe, Machop will not transfer with no guard.
You know what I forgot? That Karate does it always critical hits.
Oh, Karate Chop?
Karate Chop. I'm using that Mankey. I haven't played Yellow in like weeks, but I was using that Mankey to great effect.
I'd like to spend my vacation at the library.
Oh, okay. Whether it's shiny or not depends on the individual values. Kind of like how it did in, kind of like how, you know, shinies are determined in Gen 2 anyway. Gender is completely random. A legitimate Mew from Japan or Europe event can be transferred, but Mew glitch Mews, because the Mew glitch is still in the port, can't be.
Yeah, I knew about that.
Missing No cannot be transferred.
No shit.
However, if one of Missing No's forms or variants is in the form of a Kangaskhan and has legal moves, it can be transferred. But at that point, you don't even have a glitch Pokemon anymore. You just have a clone Kangaskhan.
Does it have a hidden ability?
That would be a good question, because I guess at heart it would still be a glitch Pokemon. I don't know. It doesn't go that deep.
Okay.
But yeah, no. I just felt people should know that, I guess. That's pretty nuts.
That's actually better than I hoped for. I thought it was just all, well, good luck, guys.
Guaranteed hidden abilities is kind of cool, though. That's going to make me happy when I get these Gen 2 ports from the Virtual Console.
Oh, God, yeah. That is kind of a dick move, though, at the same time, because it makes you play these games again. And they're shitty ports.
I mean, if you're... That's the thing that's crazy, though. Anybody who's invested in the meta will do it.
Oh, yeah. And shit, Shelly plays these games like once a year anyway.
That's a farm right there.
But
will it be enough to make Shelly get a new 2DS XL? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Nah, the only thing that would make me get that is a Pokemon game, and I promise I'd never purchase another Pokemon game unless it was the Pokemon MMO.
But Shelly, Gold and Silver.
What about Gold and Silver?
They're good.
I'm playing.
I mean, they are good.
I'm playing Soul Silver right now.
Yeah, I know. Admit it. Say it on live stream. Do it. Anyway, but no. Back to Steins Gate. Yeah, it's good. Bye. Anyway, I'm just looking at the topics because I was like trying to figure out what we're talking about. I don't have a list of actual topics this time, folks. I just put them in the description and kind of hoped that I would keep up with them. I didn't. Surprise, surprise.
Did you guys know that Crunchyroll's partnering with NBC Universal to make anime?
I did. I don't even know what that's going to affect, really.
Everything.
What would they pick up? What would they pick up, Shelly?
It's not what they pick up. It's what they'd make.
Yeah, what would they make?
I don't know. Maybe we'll finally get that Yu Yu Hakusho.
We'll get an independently made Berserk anime with hand-drawn animation.
Boy, you crazy.
Yeah, I wouldn't even dream that in my wildest wet dreams.
Ooh. I'll totally support it if we get a new Hamtaro.
Same.
Who would that be for?
I'd watch it.
You'd watch one episode.
I would watch one
episode. And you'd be like, welp, I never have to watch this again. I know you.
But they have to use the same theme song from before.
It's Hamtaro time.
Little hamsters, big adventures.
My best friend. If we work together, it's much better. Anyway, but yeah. Let's go ahead and talk about the Switch, because I think this is something that George has had on his mind, and he needs to get it off his chest. And I would love to hear your opinions on it, Shelly. I would love to hear them.
I'm gonna let Shelly go first.
I can't comment
Get
on
this out the
what
way.
you don't present, George.
Get this out the way. Based on what you've seen and experienced, and E3 and all that, because we never did come back to talk about that.
Yeah, we did. This is also a gateway into
Yeah.
that topic.
Oh, yeah.
Based on, yeah.
Shelly, how do you see
Or do
the
we
world
wanna-
through your anti-Nintendo glasses right now?
Nintendo still has no real third-party support.
How do you think about their current release cycle or what they have up and coming?
I mean, well, what's next is just Splatoon and Mario Odyssey, right?
I don't know what's in between Mario Odyssey and
WWE
Splatoon.
2K18.
Because they've been releasing like a game every month, haven't they? Not
Yeah.
a triple.
Nobody asked for WWE 2K18.
Oh my god. When
Nobody
you
did.
told me that, George, I was like, who campaigned for this?
Nobody.
I needed you to see the look on my
nobody
face when I watched it.
campaigned for that. What that probably was a contract that 2K had with Nintendo when they ported 2K over there, and like, hey, well, we may as well just put WWE on there too.
It further like it proves that wrestling's for kids.
Well, I mean, WWE is PG. Maybe New Japan shouldn't be for kids.
They finished? Is that all? Is that
No.
is that all you had to contribute?
Well, yeah. Again, I said I can't comment on what George doesn't put out there.
He's trying to avoid an argument. But it's gonna happen anyway, so you might as well get it out of the way, George.
Give me like just a second.
He's not ready.
I
Well,
mean-
he's gone. Let's go ahead and talk about Super right now. So I've been keeping up with Super via like reviews, like from like Sawyer 7 Mage and whatnot, and just very like sparingly paying attention to like what happens in
Don't
episodes.
skip over me, ho. I said a second.
I was just trying to fill the dead space.
I was gonna say, I mean, the Switch is still selling
Yeah.
well.
EA will never sell the dead space. Fill the dead space.
The Switch is still selling well. I mean, that's good. I mean, its production rate is keeping it
Very
from
slow.
Yeah.
winning, which is not good.
Oh shit! The Super Nintendo, the new SNES. Let's talk about that too.
You're not gonna get one.
I am actually. I'm gonna get two.
Pre-order it right now.
More power to you.
Shit, I don't have the money to pre-order right now. I get paid tomorrow.
Well, that
Well, you ain't getting one.
well,
All right. I was more so wanting to talk about it just from like a personal experience thing, like how I'm feeling about it. It's been this weird fluctuation of like hype and then anger and then skepticism to now is just
Acceptance.
acceptance.
not even acceptance, like because I can accept something and not like it. I mean,
Morbid curiosity.
this.
Then
not even a curiosity. I like it. I don't know why I like it. I can't explain why I like it, but
It's like a complacency thing.
it's like you know it's not gonna get
like,
better,
consent.
so you're gonna just.
Not even that. Quit putting words in my mouth for the sake of making jokes and just hear me out.
Okay.
Okay, so we get the announcement or whatever, and there's all this hype because there's all this stuff. Obviously, more new of the IPs. They hit us with this new No More Heroes, Fire Emblem Warriors.
Yeah.
We're getting 2K, which I don't know why I was excited about that. Normally I don't play 2K, but I'm like, whatever, I might buy it. New Blaze Blue, all it is.
No
So-
black man is going to be playing 2K on the go. Except for George.
I mean, but a black man playing 2K on the go is a black man playing 2K nonetheless.
I said except for George.
I'm staying the hell away from this.
But yeah. And then we hit release day. Zelda's hype. I get not Voez. And I try Bomberman. And I'm like, okay, admittedly, surely we could have did with some more.
How much did Bomberman cost? Don't say 60.
Probably like $5.
Nah, it did. It wasn't 60. It was like 40. I want to say 40. 40, 50. One of those two. It definitely wasn't 60. But I traded that back in for Voez.
Did you play Snipper Clips?
I have not yet.
How could you not get the best game on the Switch?
It looked good. Like, that would be one of those games that we would have played drunk together. I kind of wanted you to get it just so we can play drunk together when I come up next Friday.
I watch dudes play competitive Snipper Clips before Smash Bracket at final round.
Oh my
And
god.
I didn't know how to feel. But
Competitive Snipper Clips.
yeah. And so then it turned into an era of skepticism, which, I mean, I'm a cynic by nature, no matter how much I love something. So, you know.
I mean, that's a given.
I love everything. Yeah. I love everything they do, but Lord knows, like, at every corner, I was just like, I guess, sure, cool, whatever. And I was, like, really worried for how things were going to end up, especially with them being, like, SNES Classic, because I'm like, don't do that. That's dumb. Focus on what you got.
Yeah.
When we start all talking about the SNES Classic, I'll actually talk about how that surprised me a little bit in a second. But now it's kind of like this content optimism. Like, it's not even because you were like, well, you know, it's not going to get any better, so you accept it. It's like, nah, I kind of like where it's going, and I see it doing all right things. Is this weird? Because I get on the eShop and I see, like, there's a bunch of titles there, but it's a bunch of, like, indie stuff. You know, a few ports of indie games. You know, you got Shovel Knight, Cave Story just re-released and everything.
Yeah, but
And
I mean,
just
like, what are they gonna put on the store besides indie titles right now?
A lot of kind of no, I'm gonna get to that. A lot of kind of obscure stuff that, I mean, yeah, it's nothing that the world knows about. Which, you know, I guess with everything else that's being said, we're gonna get, you know, it's whatever. But I'm starting to think that this device in particular is just kind of, it's going to be a home for things that are like small but fun.
Yeah.
Which is harmful in the way I say it, because I'm almost talking about it like it's a handheld, and that's, you know,
That's absolutely
not
the
what
case.
that's not what they're wanting to do with it. But if it looks like a duck and quacks like a duck and walks like a duck,
I mean, that's how they're marketing it.
yeah. But
They're easing people into it, I think, by like clinging to handheld stuff. I think, personally.
yeah. But with the obscure titles that's like been coming out on it, it's not like any of it has been bad. Now, it's certainly not popular, and you certainly want to throw out things as popular, but
Oh, yeah.
it's garnering a library in its just own. I'm trying not to say indie too much, because I was going to be like, in its own indie kind of way. Like, it's almost, as much as there are titles like Mario Odyssey and 2K stuff or whatever, it's seeming like, to me, it's an indie console, and I'm okay with that, because indie games aren't bad. They're just not big.
See, no, it feels like an indie console because it has no third-party support. I imagine how many Switches it'd sell if that thing had COD.
I mean,
Honestly,
not a lot, because that's not the audience that they're going for.
yeah.
It doesn't matter if that's the audience. It's
Yeah.
something else to play.
Like, I agree with you and I disagree with you. It is something else to play, and so it's something else that'll be bought. But I don't feel like people will get COD on the Switch.
Again, like you just said,
like
imagine,
just because.
Imagine playing basketball on the go. Imagine playing COD on the go.
Imagine playing basketball in real life.
Some people want to play COD on the go. That's your only way to play COD on the go.
Some people might want to play COD on the go, but it's also one of those things where it's like I almost don't see the same person buying a Switch as someone who would be buying like COD for the Switch as I would see this same person buying the Switch buying 2K.
Children
like NBA
play COD.
Switch, you know? I know children play COD. You don't have to remind me that children play COD.
I also play with fish.
You also what?
Play with fish. Thank you for getting the joke. It took a minute.
But yeah, for the people who did end up scooping one, which like old heads who probably got a Virtual Boy somewhere in the console closet. I think the selection is suitable. I'm not saying like it should stay this way, but where things are now isn't necessarily bad, and it's also one of those things where like it can only go up from here. Like the only way it can get any worse is if we just stop getting things altogether. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I think like it sustains itself by like getting like those really small time but like fun indie games while they wait for like the next big like first party kind of thing. Because that's what that's what sells Switches is like the promise of like a new game. Like people were flipping their shit over like new Metroid announcements, like not just for like the 3DS, but like for the Switch too. And that was a big deal because we didn't know when they were going to do it or how they were going to do it, so they just did both. And people are going to buy it for that reason. And that every time Nintendo announces like a big time, oh my god, everyone's dead. What the fuck happened?
IP?
I'm sorry. Final Fantasy.
Oh, 12. You're still playing 12. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm about to die. Anyway, yes. Every time they release like a major like a first party game, like Mario or Zelda or something, like they're gonna sell copies of the Switch because people are like, oh, well, it's another reason for me to get it. And the games are good. Like they haven't released a bad first party game yet. If you want to contest that with me, like feel free to.
Skyward Sword was kind of, but we.
No, I'm talking about on the Switch's life cycle.
Okay, yeah, no. So far, no. I thought you were talking about in general. I kind of lost you in between.
No, Nintendo's done that before.
Yeah,
plenty of time.
But yeah, I guess if I were to describe it, like the current selection. You know, stuff like Breath of the Wild, ARMS, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe notwithstanding, you know, I would say it's the example of good filler.
I can honestly agree with that.
Yeah.
But it's not bad that they do it like that too. Like if it's an indie console, like that doesn't like do it any disservice. It's found a good identity in that market for now, and it keeps like people who are like hardcore gamers interested, and also keeps casual people interested because like it gives them something to do.
That does kind of do it some disservice
to people on the outside looking in, maybe, but for people who are already there, it keeps them hooked and it keeps them talking.
To me,
they're not losing interest.
For people who only have a Switch, it does a disservice.
For people who only have one, I'll agree with that. But at the same time, I don't feel that there are too many people who only have one.
All right, George.
I don't.
I would agree with him too.
And I mean, I don't.
Brian, how many consoles do you have with you right now?
2.
That you currently playing? Okay,
1 asshole. Do handhelds count?
You have 1. I have 1.
That's your fault.
Again, George, I'm just saying.
I'm gonna have 2.
I'm gonna have 1 though.
I don't
You know,
I don't
I'll
feel
give
that
that to
way.
you.
And I mean, again, I don't have to be right because my words are I don't feel that way. Now it probably is that way, and I'm just I'm looking at it from a really close spectrum. But I don't
I mean, you're looking at it from where you are now
only have that one.
financially in life. Like most people who are gonna game and stuff, they're gonna have one. At most two.
I believe everybody has at least two. Like I'm willing to factor handhelds into that. Like
I don't count handhelds.
I do. Because it's still something to play. It's still something to invest. It's still a time sink. I know people who have only handhelds, and they treat it like.
I mean, if you
just
only
the
have
same.
handhelds, you have one handheld. I'm just saying.
Some people spent money on a Vita. I spent money on a Vita.
I've spent money on a Vita.
Yes. Yes. 14 million people spent money on a Vita.
We're a statistic. Congratulations. I'm black. I'm another statistic. Congratulations.
No, just say 14.
But
That's
no.
how many we sold. 14 million people bought a Vita.
Reeling it back. Reeling it back though. I think like, between this title every month, this like plethora of obscure titles and ports, because SNK turned around and did the whole, Neo Geo Arcade Archives thing, which for all intents and purposes is mock virtual console. And then, random third party title here and there. It's hella good pacing. It's just that at this point in time being like generally speaking, like in this era, we're plagued with impatience. But honestly, like if it were like 2010 2012 and I had this and this were all I had, like same eShop, same everything,
Yeah.
I'd be having a pretty good time. But I'm at this point now where like we know about everything, we have access to everything, so it's just
When are we getting it?
yeah. And that's why it came out of that, like being skeptic about the direction it was taken and just kind of like taking a step back and being like, it's all a mental thing. Now, granted, Nintendo is going to have to make some big moves soon. I don't think that right now is necessarily I don't think right now is backpedaling in any way, shape, or form.
No, I think they'll save that for the second year. I think they're playing it really safe right now and steady, and that's fine for now. Like, if we don't get something like new, if we don't get something new and interesting, like honest to God, by like next
quarter
December,
1 2018,
not next December, but like by the end of quarter one,
it'll be another Mario game.
I don't think it'll be another Mario game, Shelly.
I mean, people will buy that.
They would buy it, but it wouldn't be anything new and exciting.
Like, regardless of the point you're making, people will buy it.
What's new and exciting?
What if they ported Overwatch to it?
Yeah, I doubt it could even run Overwatch.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, would they even work online with their capabilities?
I mean, I don't know. I've heard
I've
heard a few games already having trouble of running on the Switch anyway.
People are using Rainway to stream Overwatch through their Switch.
How's that going?
Or whatever the name of that software is. There was a video up. It ran. It works and does the thing and everything.
Let's go ahead and talk about the SNES, though.
I said they shouldn't do it because they should concentrate their focus. I still think they shouldn't do it
until next year.
But it's not as bad as I thought it would be.
No,
Like looking at the lineup and looking
Yeah,
at how
the
they're doing
lineup's, like,
this
kind of-
compared to the NES Classic.
the lineup's actually disgustingly good, and I appreciate it. But
You guys act like it's hard to make a good lineup.
there's so many ways they could have fucked up, though.
Dude, all you have to do is just
Yeah,
look. All you have to do is look at your top 10 sales for your console. Those are the games you pretty much release.
Yeah, but then you look at the one they released before, and they had games that were like, oh, well, those would be fun to play again, but then they had at least like 5 ones that was like, I don't give a flying thunder fuck.
I'm not saying it would be hard to make one. Like
It's not hard.
on paper, it's definitely not hard to make one. Look at them sales and do it. But and this is like me speaking for the handful of us, Nintendo fans have like a tendency to be like finicky as hell. People who reel back on like the nostalgic eras of video games more so. This is all encompassing, like, you know, SNES, PS1, whatever. People who reel back on nostalgia more so tend to be finicky as hell when it came to games. But like assessing this lineup for myself and then watching other people's like reactions to this lineup, I'm like, okay, this ain't bad.
I can get that. I just feel like it's a time sink, honestly. Like the seeing like, because everybody knows they have like the unreleased Star Fox. Like yeah, I've never played the original, so I don't think I've ever played a Star Fox game. But so that doesn't really affect me as much as like it would someone else who had been wanting it but then never got it. But I think just seeing the other games that they have, like 6 is on there, like good God. Like that alone is a time sink in and of itself. But then you've got like Yoshi's Island, you've got DK Country, like so much good shit. They've done a really good job at it.
Somebody on Twitter was like, Star Fox 2 was unreleased, and so technically it'll be a 2017 release and is therefore eligible for an award. I laugh. I don't think it'll get anything, but
I mean, maybe. But yeah,
yeah.
I'd
I think that's
totally
offering-
pick one up just to flip it, though.
But why?
Why? Pay $80 and get 300? Why not?
Well, yeah, you didn't like that system anyway, so it wouldn't matter.
Dude, I had an SNES.
But you didn't like it.
Yeah, I did.
No, you didn't. You don't like anything.
I had Super Mario Brothers on it. I had Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I had.
Oh God, I'm sorry.
Dude, no, that was the one in the arcades and shit. That was the good one.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I had Mortal Kombat 3 on it.
You played Mortal Kombat 3 when you were like 8?
Yeah.
I doubt my mom would even let me touch anything that wasn't like Mario.
Dude, Mario was like the only kiddie game I had for it.
I played we had like a really shitty football SNES game. We also had The Lion King, and we had Donkey Kong Country, and we had Link to the Past. And those are the games that I played. Oh yeah, it's Super Mario World.
You know, come to think of it, I've only ever owned one Mario game.
I played Mario 3, and I played Mario 2 before. I've never played the original. And I've also played... Well, does Yoshi's Island count?
Yes. It's all the same.
Where's George?
Yo,
Okay. But yeah.
I ain't going nowhere.
I'm excited to get it because I really want to get one for my dad. Even if I don't play it, I want my dad to have it because that was something that he and I both loved, and it was like a point of like bonding for us as like when I was like a young child. So I think that he would appreciate it.
That's how I'd get the $300.
Comes with 2 controllers this time too.
We won't play together.
I looked at wow. I looked at images for it to check the controller ports because like on the NES Classic, like they have classic controller ports. So the NES controller you could also use on Wii and Wii U Virtual Console as a classic controller all its own. So I tried to look at images for the SNES Classic for like the controller ports, but judging from the image, it looks like it just uses SNES controllers.
Why didn't they just do wireless?
Shelly, how much do you think do they want to spend to remake a new console and make it wireless?
I mean, it's not like it costs that much to do that.
They didn't care.
If anything, it probably costs less.
They want it to be.
You don't have to manufacture the wires
to the original as possible, to be nostalgic as fuck, because people love to torture themselves and play old things with wires and constraints.
No one wants to play.
I bought Pokemon Yellow for $10, and
I play with wires.
And
Brian, why are you bringing up Pokemon Yellow when it has no wires?
Shelly, but that's the thing. I'm torturing myself by playing something that's absolutely inferior compared to what we have now. But I'm still doing it. Because I love it. And that's how people feel. They don't care if there's wires. They don't care. They don't care if the wires are like 2 feet long and they can't move past.
No, they didn't care. People complained that the NES Classic's wires were too short.
But they still bought it.
Well, yeah, they're stupid.
Still bought it.
So what did they really do then? Enabled.
The SNES Classic, its wires are a little bit longer.
Its wires are a whole 10 centimeters longer.
We did this for the players.
Nintendo.
Well, I mean, if
get the power. Nintendo power.
If the SNES Classic is taking like actual SNES controllers, then because the cords for the controllers like on the NES as opposed to the Classic were definitely longer than the ones for the Classic.
All right, guys.
Wait,
what?
If they drop the controllers for like the SNES Classic and they're the same length as the original, then they'll be long enough. And then if not, just use the original. There's still
the original
was floating around between people.
Those were long.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. I'm anticipating for the SNES, the cords will still be the same length.
No, they're not.
As the original.
They're not.
They're not?
No.
How do you know?
Because people have said they're only like a little bit longer than the NES.
Who?
Websites.
What websites?
On what?
I don't know.
Yeah, because they don't exist.
Yes, they do exist. Now, don't disturb me. I'm taking an Avatar: The Last Airbender quiz to prove that I'm the best.
To make yourself feel better that you just gave us fake news.
It's not fake news. It's real news. No, are you an Avatar: The Last Airbending expert? Prove it. I've got to prove it. Which character was the only one to have a last name? Toph. Easy.
So you said they're still short, Shelly?
Huh?
Still short? People complaining?
Is what?
So you said people were complaining that the SNES Classic controllers were also shorter?
Yeah.
That was what he was saying.
Okay, because this article I'm reading says the SNES Classic controller cables are 2 feet longer than the NES Classic.
Yeah, see, there you go, on the TV.
But I said they'd be long enough. And you were like, no, because they're also short.
Shelly, 2 feet is as big as a small child.
I said...
I don't act like that's not an improvement.
Shorter than the original. Unless by original you meant NES. Classic. I don't know.
I was saying they'd be longer than the NES Classic if they're even close to the...
By original, I thought you meant like the original SNES.
I mean, I probably said that too. I'm about to double check that though to see how long those cables are.
I remember those being long.
Yeah,
or maybe I'm just thinking of the PS2 controllers.
PS2 controllers were long.
Those were long as shit. I can play.
Might be thinking
couch.
Might be thinking of GameCube.
Nah, I barely played that.
I did too, honestly. I played it after the fact because I stole it.
No, I got that pretty much when it first came out. I only had like 2 games for it. I had the Chamber of Secrets and
Oh god.
that Waves game.
I had a Harry Potter Chamber of Secrets game that I never played.
Oh my god, that game scared me so much.
I know, you've told me 1,000 times.
Let me rip you, let me tear you. That's horrifying for a child. Why would you put this in a game? Like you base it off a book and a movie or something.
I think we should talk about
Who the heck is? Oh wait,
what?
I kept hearing noises, and I was like, "Who the heck is messaging?" And it's like, "Oh wait, it's group chat."
Dumbass. Let's go ahead and talk about the upcoming KH3 announcements that are coming up this Saturday at D23.
You want to talk about the upcoming KH3 announcements?
Oh, okay, good. Now I can really focus on this quiz.
Yeah, like, take your time, Shelly.
Because I am speeding through this quiz.
This is just me.
I'll talk
George.
about D23 Expo with you.
Yeah,
I'm not responsible for anything I say,
Really a
but
question? Aang and Katara always loved each other.
I kind of want to like. I'm like hoping in my heart of hearts that we'll get a release date. It's not likely, but I do think that they might announce a Star Wars world. Like I'm almost like 60% positive that that's what it is. If it's Frozen, then whatever. But I hope it's Star Wars. I don't think it'll be Marvel at all.
Okay, I technically got that one wrong. But seriously, I was just thinking of it like, wait, I don't know what you mean by that.
All right, Shelly. We know you're a master. You don't have to prove it to us.
Talk about KH3.
What do you think, George?
so I mean, yeah, they're probably gonna announce a Star Wars world. If Disney is willing to, I've seen now with the roster lineup from Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite that Disney is willing to do any and everything to let the world know that they just own everything.
Yeah.
So if they want to put Star Wars and Kingdom Hearts, they're gonna do it.
Oh yeah,
If they
I
wanna-
think that would make the most sense though.
If they want to put Capcom's balls in a vice grips to have them release whatever design work that was, then they'll do it.
I really want, because I don't know how long the trailer we're going to get is. I'm assuming it's going to be around like 6 minutes, or 4 to 6 minutes, like maximum. And it'll be story based. It won't be mostly gameplay. It'll be some gameplay of the new world, but other than that, I don't know. But definitely story based trailer. I'm excited for it. But the key things that we do need to like look out for, I think, are going to be a release date and also like what the new world actually is, and we'll figure it out pretty soon, I guess. But if I wanted to play it safe, because this is a safe bet, is that it's going to be Frozen. But based on an interview we got recently, where like I think Famitsu interviewed Nomura, and he accidentally like let it slip or whatever what they were going to announce.
You mean he had the info and he let it go?
Yeah. He announced he told the guy, or like he gave the guy like too much information and they couldn't publish it because they weren't ready to tell him.
That.
Yeah, but he told him too much, and the guy was like, "Holy shit!" Like in the article, like he said that he audibly was like, "Holy fuck," or like "No freaking way," or whatever. So
bro,
that
I want him to say, "Bruh."
What is the Japanese equivalent of "bruh"?
Bruh.
Bruh. But anyway, I do honestly think that like with a reaction like that it would have to be something like amazingly like, wow, hey, look, this world is Star Wars. Because
Noctis.
Not Noctis. Don't put
Yep.
him. Don't fucking
We
put
are
him in
going
that
to
game.
Insomnia, kids.
I don't know. I still haven't played that standalone DLC.
Brian, you have to play it.
I do.
You have to get all of them, and then you have to go back and play the game.
That's my plan.
I'm sorry.
Why haven't you?
I mean,
played
I'm gonna do it too, but I'm sorry.
I just have to do it to give it a fair rating, like once and for all, because like I'm too salty at Tabata. But
That's like
I mean, you
being
can't be mad at him.
Emoto.
He was given a mess.
and he turned it into an incomplete mess.
Yeah.
You could have made it a
But, I
complete
mean,
mess.
He was given an incomplete mess. He was given a far more incomplete mess because halfway through you had to start back over, and then
What really killed that game, and I'm sorry guys, we talk about this every stream, but what really killed that game was just the deadline. Like they were like, "Hey, we got to have this out in 3 years," and then they had it out in 3 years, and it wasn't near enough time for development. That game really wasn't in development, but for 3 years.
Which game was that?
15.
Oh, okay. Yeah, never mind that. Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, and back to like topic at hand. Like I think, a few surprise announcements for Kingdom Hearts would be the inclusion of Pixar worlds. But honestly, like, what could they include that would make sense in
Pepperan,
a game? From a game
literally
perspective?
anything.
Gargoyles. Imagine a Gargoyles world.
That's not
That would
a
actually be really
property,
cool.
Shit.
That'd be so dope. I'd play it just for that.
Yeah.
Thank you, George. But no, like, what Pixar property could they release that would make sense in the context of Kingdom Hearts?
Up.
Who said that?
Me.
Was that you, Shelly?
Yeah.
You say up?
He said up.
I'm with it.
I almost could see that. If they really tried hard, they could put up in there.
I honestly
don't think it'd be that hard.
I don't think you fight anything for real.
Like at most, you fight life.
Life.
It would
Time.
it would be the new 100-acre wood. When you go to the 100-acre wood and you don't like fight anything, you just kind of play mini games.
Cancer.
You just dick around.
Yeah.
Toy Story maybe, but that would be weird. That would be really weird.
Oh wait, for Up, you fight back. You fight back the entire time. You fight back the feels of the first 5 minutes of the movie.
I promised myself I wouldn't cry. But yeah, I think a surprise announcement would be like out of left field would be a Pixar world. But let's be honest, like it's going to be a major property, and it's probably going to be Star Wars. Like,
what about The Incredibles?
Shit, I forgot about that. That actually might work too, because that wouldn't be that would be like the safe way out. Instead of putting Marvel in, you just put in The Incredibles.
No, but then he would have to get a costume, and I'm just grown accustomed to Sora.
It would be a new form, Shelley. I mean, George.
No.
That's all it would be. It would just be an outfit change, like he does for like almost every other place.
I just became fine with the idea of Sora as a person, and then they even stepped up his outfit. But no, if they threw him in spandex, it would neuter all the respect I have, and it will probably neuter him in the process because those things are tight.
What if they just gave him a cape?
No capes.
No capes.
Exactly.
I would love it if Sora was like,
I want a cape.
Where's my super suit?
Honest to God, if they put The Incredibles in Kingdom Hearts 3, that gag would be in there too.
It would have to be. I'm the greatest good you ever gonna get.
He would probably just be there to play out the events of the movie, like in some of the other worlds.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
Which-
if you could get Samuel L. Jackson in a recording booth for Kingdom Hearts 3,
I'd be about it.
I would too. That's almost as good as wanting Terry Crews to voice Doomfist.
I still want Terry Crews to voice Doomfist. I don't know what you're
I'm
talking
fine
about.
with this sexy African accent. I don't know what people are complaining about.
They're complaining
not-
it's not Terry Crews.
Yeah, they're not complaining about this.
It's
dude.
okay.
They're
He gets
complaining about
what's the
who-
other game that was announced at E3 that he's in?
Crackdown 3.
Yeah, great.
Owns the Xbox One.
George, at least 36,000 people, 36 million people own an Xbox One.
It's
Wait, you
okay,
own
guys.
Xbox
You could just play Crackdown 3 and get all the Terry Crews lines you want.
You know
Wait.
what's funny is that I'm not recorded in that 36,000 people.
Yeah,
like
but-
I have one, and technically I'm one of them, but I'm not recorded in that 36,000 people because you're talking about based off sales, right?
Yeah.
yeah, I meant
Bought
30
mine off a person. I'm
You're a
off the
leech.
grid.
You're a leech.
I am a leech. I'm not in PS4 sales
machines,
either.
son. You didn't get your nano machine, son.
Nope,
Oh,
I'm not in the system. It's what they call an MGS4.
by the way,
Is that what they called it? I can't remember anything.
It's the system.
The Patriots.
Lali Lulelo. What are you talking about?
Otacon. I need to go smoke. I need to throw up.
I'd like to spend my vacation.
Oh God.
I don't know how he did that voice as an old man. Like I need to like look at David Hayter's vocal cords and just see like how fucked up they are from like when he began to when he ended that role.
He voiced Captain America for a little bit.
he was Alpha 5 in Power Rangers.
He wrote Watchmen.
David Hayter.
God bless him. That's enough for Kingdom Hearts 3. Let's talk about Boruto with Shelly.
Oh, wait.
Oh,
Brian.
wait. One more thing.
Okay, go ahead.
One more thing. Okay, so they talked about the new trailer and the announcement at D23 Expo. You were saying the announcement because what they didn't say anything about like release info, did they?
No, like that's like what everybody's anticipating because the only thing that they
Okay.
promised was new information and a new world and a longer trailer.
Okay.
People are and the way Nomura works because he like does like red herrings all the time, and he like downplays certain info, but then he'll be like right around like 3 weeks later, like, oh yeah, by the way, you guys are right. This is what we got. But he downplays everything.
Oh no, I know. I was gonna say if it's
Yeah, like-
release information, then it'll be an announcement. No, it'll be an announcement for the announcement, just like 15, where you had that you had that event in December for the
and then it
event
got
in
delayed.
March where they released the September. Yeah,
And then it got delayed by like 4 months. That was fucking ridiculous.
so it'll be okay. We'll release this info at this next event, and it'll be like when Dissidia NT comes out, and then they'll be like, hey.
You want Sora in this game? Well,
next
too
event-
bad. Disney's licenses are a bitch. No, but like, if they had the release date, like, honest to God, like, I'd be so impressed, and I'd also
What I'm
be
saying
really
is, you're
worried.
gonna get, what I'm saying is, like at D23, you're all gonna get yanked around for another year.
Oh no, like I expect a release year, at the very least, but like not a date, not even a season.
I don't even expect that. They said in an article that okay, it wouldn't be ready until 2018, which I mean, they said that, we know, but I don't even expect it to be 2018.
No, it'll probably be 2019. Like if I'm being really optimistic about it, or realistic about it. Not optimistic, it would be like the end, like December, November of 2018. But I don't know. Let's talk about Boruto. I haven't watched it
I watched
at all.
one episode.
I haven't watched one episode.
I'm all caught up.
I watched
I watched
exactly one
one today.
episode.
In fact, I read the manga more than I've watched the anime.
Dude, the anime is so much better than the manga.
I bet it is because you know it's weekly.
I've dropped the manga. To be fair, I haven't read the manga.
I read a chapter today.
Well, looks like I need to read the manga.
Don't read the manga. The anime.
Well, I mean,
which is sad.
somebody's got to do it.
No, they don't.
Does it at least look good? Like, is the animation any better or worse than Naruto?
Is Kishimoto still drawing it?
Yeah, I mean it's fine.
How's the color scheme?
The color scheme looks just like it does from
The movie?
the movie.
Where it, like, highlights those, like, neon colors?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's fine, I guess. I guess as long as it looks like the movie, I'm okay with it. But like, and I'll eventually watch it. But like,
I mean, it's
This
just that,
first-
like this first arc is like you can
Bullshit.
tell like they're aimed more towards kids because you know like those first I don't know 10 to 11 episodes they're like you know bad guys of the week, but also teach a lesson at the end a little bit.
well, I mean, that's how Naruto was.
No, it didn't have a lesson of the week like that.
Yeah, they did. Don't kill people. The end. Don't be an assassin for a bridge maker or a millionaire. The end. Don't kill people again. The end.
I mean,
Don't abandon your friends. The end.
like there was a fight between Boruto, Shikadai, and Mitsuki against Shino. That was pretty lit, actually.
What did Mitsuki bring to the table in that fight?
Dude, Mitsuki's like the best one.
George, did you say arms?
I did say arms.
Dude, Mitsuki knows.
I love that game.
Mitsuki knows lightning
Mitsuki
style,
DLC.
wind style, and I don't know. Does he know what? I think he knows wind style and water and lightning style.
I'd be good at everything if I was a test tube baby.
Yeah,
I think that was the point.
dude. No, you read that chapter in the manga, right? You know he has Sage mode.
Oh yeah, I know
Yeah.
that he won't use until for another 3-4 arcs.
Probably, who knows? But I'm really excited about the next stuff that they're finna do because I think in 2 episodes they're gonna start the Sarada.
The Gaiden.
Yeah, Sarada Gaiden stuff. Like
The one bit
no.
where it's like Mari and she's like, "Who's my real dad?
Yeah.
no,
My real mom."
he's my real mom. You know they're gonna do it because this ending from today was literally the entire series of the Gaiden. I was like, you just showed the entire thing. Why'd you even do that? Oh,
All they need to
See,
do.
they're going to do.
Not much.
They're doing.
Are they
Boruto.
going to redo it in the manga?
They're going to do. They're going to do it
The
Because they
manga's
already did her
monthly
guiding
now.
in the manga. And you
No, they're
said,
doing something
and you
completely
said they're about
different in
to
the
do it.
manga.
because
okay.
at the end,
I was about to say, so if that's the case, I might as well just read so I can skip over that.
He just beat the shit out of a guy that can eat people in the manga. Spoilers.
I don't care.
Well, I meant for people who might not want to hear about it.
The anime is way better.
Yeah, like watch the anime, guys. Like they're gonna at least come out with more content than the manga is. It's like the Dragon Ball Super manga,
But
and it's sad because it took like 8 chapters for us to get caught up to new material.
at the end of the episode today, you see Toneri, and he talks about how a crisis was averted today, but one will soon happen. I was like, oh, okay. Well, he's probably talking about Momoshiki and Kishiki.
I love that
And
game.
then, like 2 seconds later, in another far-off world, you see Momoshiki and Kishiki like teleport out of nowhere next to the Shinju.
Okay, so they're doing everything that we've known up to this point in the anime.
Yeah, and they're talking about make a plan for us to leave. So, but they're not going to get there for like a few years. So I'm like, why are you making plans now?
I gotta make plans, man. Also, it's not a few years; it's 1 year.
Is it 1 year?
Yeah, dude, they're trying to become Chunin. It has to be at least 1 year.
Yeah, but they're in the academy right now.
I thought they were already getting.
No, they're not getting yet. They're in the academy.
Okay, then it'll be at least 1.5 years. Jesus. I really don't like Boruto. I'm not gonna lie. Like I have no devotion to this character whatsoever. Like I like the movie because it was kind of nice, but I think I think my love for Naruto died with that movie.
He's better in the anime.
I know, but I don't care.
Like, you know, like he keeps talking about how he's different from Naruto and everything. He's Naruto.
Like, I don't have any respect for the character. I feel like because I feel like he's a cheap, like knockoff, and also,
well, yeah, that's what anything like that is, though.
I know, but like I just don't. I can't love him because I see his father.
What?
I can't love
You
him.
can't love him because you see his father in him?
Yes.
Don't
tell me it doesn't make sense because it makes perfect sense.
That made no sense.
I don't like Naruto that much to begin with,
of
and he reminds me too much of Naruto, and I can't appreciate him as his own person because I keep seeing Naruto. All I see is a cat. I see like dollar signs whenever I look at Naruto.
Yeah, but Naruto's also in it. So when you see
That's even worse.
Oh yeah, Sasuke was in this episode today too.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, it was like the first time we saw Sasuke. That's cool.
But yeah. What else do we have on the list for topics? I think that might be it.
What?
I think we might be done.
This is the second fastest we've ever finished.
Really? I think we have like one more.
E3 was 45 minutes, like right after Sony's conference. Like that was roughly 45 minutes, and I'm still shocked that we like got it that quick.
There wasn't much
like
to talk about.
Yeah, we were bordering an hour, but I really wanted to go ahead and get off so I can get the rest of those loot boxes on Overwatch before the anniversary event ended. Which I did, by the way.
Well, good
The
job,
very
buddy.
last loot box I opened was Cruiser Diva.
Legendary?
Cruiser Diva, and before then I got Jazz Lucio and I bought Sentai Genji.
Yeah, the only thing DBZ is the last thing we could talk about if you guys want to, or we get to save that for another time.
Oh, okay, wait, here.
Okay.
Yeah, keep talking. No, just keep talking. But
DBZ, as far as I go, like I enjoy it. It's fine, but also I've never been a big Dragon Ball fan. But this is serviceable, and I know enough about the characters now that I can appreciate it because there was like a big gap in my DBZ knowledge because I completely skipped the Majin Buu arc.
Wait, I forgot. What were you talking about?
We're talking about DB Super now.
Oh, okay.
Oh God. Oh no.
No, that's just the ending.
Oh. Well, now I have to watch it and live react.
No, just keep talking.
But yeah. As far as the tournament itself is interesting, and I like where the direction that they're taking it, especially with like the ending of this previous episode where you like look at the angels.
Yes. Yeah, finally. The angels are in game.
Yeah, like I appreciate that though. Like it's something that Dragon Ball has been lacking ever since Super started because we've either known how it was going to end or it's been a lighthearted arc or there's been no real sense of danger. There's a sense of danger now, and I appreciate that. Like that's I mean that was half of what
really I know how Dragon Ball Z ends.
Yeah, cool, but yeah, whatever. They can retcon that if they want to.
No, you can't.
They can.
No,
they absolutely show it. They absolutely can do whatever they want with that.
No, this is No, you can't retcon this.
They can absolutely do whatever they want with it. But regardless if they do it or not, like what DBZ was like good at was at least raising the stakes every arc. Like Toriyama had to keep making new and more frightening villains because he went from like I don't know like Vegeta and Nappa to Frieza to Cell, who was intimidating as shit, and then to Majin Buu, who wasn't quite as intimidating, but somehow turned into one. Someone that was
Then back to
intimidating.
Frieza.
Yeah, went back to Frieza. So I've always enjoyed like having high stakes in Dragon Ball, and I think Cell was like the peak of that because Cell was like that wild card that like no one expected, but then turned into like a huge fucking deal, and it was great. I really enjoyed that saga. But it's been so long since I've had like stakes be this high in Dragon Ball, and for it to actually matter to me because like you watch Resurrection F with me, we all saw that movie together. That was a movie that had no stakes in it whatsoever. Like, it was a breeze. There was no struggle. There was no sense of danger. Like, it was literally, like, the most streamlined, like, let's beat his ass up without even working for it, like, I've ever seen in a movie. No one worked for that win. They just won. They won because Frieza sucked.
Oh, yeah. You know now, like, Frieza's, like, equal to Goku and
oh yeah, I watched that fight
because he meditated.
Yeah, because he did mental training about how to murder him. If only it was that easy.
If only.
If only it was that easy. What do you have to contribute, George?
I need to catch up on Super.
I just need to see 18 fight and not off screen. Because
Also,
apparently she
I had
took
a-
out
I think that should
someone off
happen next
screen.
episode.
Oh,
I had a
alright.
realization.
About?
So, is the last episode of Super just going to be the last episode of Z?
That's what Shelley wants, but they'll retcon it.
No, because
all that
that
stuff
doesn't
that
have to be
happened-
all you have to do is include what happens in those last 2 episodes of Z, and then you can actually just keep going if you want to.
Well, I mean, true. I mean, if we get that far though, because I mean, the gap between when he beats Boo and then like the last thing is Z, and then this is happening like in between all that, right?
Yeah,
Or I guess it's like leading up to that.
It's still 3 years until that happens.
Okay. So, I don't know.
Until they
I
retcon
wasn't.
it.
Like, I've heard a theory that okay, like, you know how every time Goku changes clothes, it's because he's got a new master and shit?
Mhm.
Okay, well, you know how at the end of Z, he's got, like, the blue, like, gi on
Yeah.
and stuff. I heard that maybe he trains with the Grand Priest, and he changes the colors of his gi to match that of his clothes. But I was like, I don't know, but I really enjoy the Angels being the villains.
Yeah, that would be a good development, I think. Because that would add a lot more depth to Whis' character. Because I like Whis. I honestly think that he's one of the better
Who's
characters.
just listening to One Piece stuff?
Brian.
It's Final Fantasy 12 playing in the background.
I'm pretty positive that's One Piece. It sounds like One Piece.
Well, it's a live orchestra. So. Like they're playing it for me on loop endlessly. Live. Okay, maybe that joke wasn't as funny as I thought it would be. But
I laughed for you, buddy.
Ha 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 ha.
Don't ever say it.
Oh wait, that was 10. My bad.
10 is GOAT.
10 is GOAT, but you know, we'll see her.
Guys, let's just take the time to realize that Game of Thrones is coming back on Sunday.
And I can't watch it.
Why?
I won't be watching it.
Well, because I don't have HBO for this first episode, and honestly, like, I'm just gonna watch it with my cousin because, like, we've reached an agreement to where I could just go over to her house like every Sunday night, and we could just watch together.
I'm gonna get HBO now and just watch it on my PS4.
If you want to share that account with me, you can if you want.
It's $14 a month,
Shelly,
but I'm gonna get a 1 week free trial.
Shelly. We'll talk about it later.
It's $14 a month for 2 months because that's the only time I'll ever need it.
I mean, yeah.
I thought about that.
No,
But-
no, for 3 months because it's gonna be it's gonna be 7 episodes.
And no, it's
It might be 2. I don't know. I think it'll work out to 2 months.
It doesn't matter. But yeah, I am gonna watch it though.
I think I'm going to a thing after this. So.
All right. Well, let's call it a stream, guys. Thank you, everyone, for joining us, and we will definitely get back to you. I'm planning on doing a live reaction on this channel of the D23 event. George, if you want to join in on that, I think they're doing it like 12 or 1. And whatever
what day?
Saturday.
Saturday, if I am not in Athens, Georgia, or watching Evo, then I will definitely.
I'll let you know whenever I figure out a time.
I think
I'll look that up now.
I think Saturday is, Saturday's still like pools, and I think only about one probably won't be. Yeah, nah. Yeah, so if I'm not in Athens on Saturday, I'll definitely be able to watch.
What time's
Okay.
it supposed to happen?
I don't know what Evo's schedule is like.
Let me look that up real quick. I gotta go to KH Insider because like that actually was the one thing that I think I could do.
I'm just gonna assume that I'm working.
Don't. Also, try not to work
Oh.
because I am coming up to George's next Friday. So if you want to,
wouldn't he try to work then? Because if he's working now, he won't be working then.
no, not at all.
Isn't that how you work? Isn't that how it works? You work, so you're not.
Don't make a pun, you son of a bitch.
I wasn't trying to. I'll admit that I did earlier, but Caitlin wasn't awake to appreciate it, so it's whatever.
It's 1 to 2 p.m. PT.
Pacific.
Yeah, Pacific. So I have no idea how that translates.
I'll be
I
working.
think
That's 3 to 4.
I'm supposed to get off work, but I probably won't be. It depends.
Well,
if you are actually comes in.
if you are, let us know how that goes. Brian will drive up to get you.
It is a streaming also. I actually will try and come get you. If as long as George or someone else takes you back.
I mean, I'll ride with you.
Yeah, like
Just that.
that's fine. But I just can't take him back. Like that's the only thing. Like I'll need to be out as soon as possible on Sunday.
Oh, yeah, go to church
No, I got to go home for work.
on Sunday.
No, I got to get. Shelly, what time do you think I'm going to leave Sunday?
I don't know.
Because I sure as hell won't be before noon. I would have to leave at like 10 a.m. Go to your house 3 hours away, and then drive about 5 to 6 hours down to Mobile. And that would be my entire Sunday. I'm not doing that. I was like, I'm fine with that being my Friday afternoon, but no.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, you could stream D23 on Facebook. There's going to be a YouTube link. By the way, go to KH Insider, guys, if you just wanted to like check out like the links to these places. Disney
Should be a
Games is
Twitch,
also
too.
it's Jacksepticeye doing the Twitch one.
Okay.
I
Oh,
don't
yeah,
know why
that's
he's
right.
involved with that.
Mm,
I actually have no idea why he's involved with that. I don't know anything about him, but that doesn't matter. Also, Strawberry 17 on YouTube is streaming it as well. Whoever the fuck that is. And there will also be news on Spider-Man, Star Wars Battlefront 2, and Kingdom Hearts 3, all there at D23. So
I was about to say at D23Y, and then I remembered Disney owns everything.
That they do.
Hey, maybe we'll get another Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite trailer. Ha ha ha.
maybe you'll get a patch that makes everything look less shitty.
That's the that's the only thing. That's the only thing that upsets. That's the word I'm looking for. Like I was reading 3 messages at once, and so I lost my word. That's the only thing that upsets me because everybody's like, "Oh no, this is awful," and you're a shill if you say it's good. You're a shill if you say gameplay bad. No, all of them are stupid. The game plays like decently. It just looks so bad,
Yeah,
but it's not bad. Like playing wise, it
I mean it's I almost said
people
Arc
are
Systems. Jesus,
no
no.
that ain't no Arxis game. But yeah, no, like, and a lot of people saying it was bad anyway. You know, it was like that when Marvel 3 came out. Not saying it looks bad or plays bad, but it's like, oh, this ain't Marvel 2, so I immediately don't like it. So this is obviously gonna be that immediate wave. But yeah, nah, I don't know. It's like no, that's sexist. I won't say that. But yeah, no, the game plays great. It just doesn't look all that good. And if somebody would just do something about that, I think it has the potential to be so much more.
I mean, how
But
much
has
time does it have
Capcom
left
ever
before it's
done
released?
anything?
Huh?
Has
How much
Capcom
time-
ever done anything?
How much
Monster
time does
Hunter
it have
and
until
Ace
it's
Attorney.
released?
September,
Damn,
like mid September.
they don't have many time
No,
to
no,
redo
they ain't-
models.
Nah, they ain't got time to do that. They just got to make sure the gameplay's good. As long as the gameplay's fun and they have content to actually go in the shit.
Character season pass already got announced when the game got announced.
Does it have a
It's
good
like-
story?
I don't know. It's
People like stories in their fighting games now.
I mean, people always been into the lore. I know you being
I mean, there are elitists who are like,
actually-
stories don't
well-
really matter in video games.
well-
They do. Like, it's a medium.
well, Shelly, you play Injustice, so I don't know if you're being sarcastic or not. But
No, he likes the story and justice.
okay,
It was both.
yeah, it feels like it can be good. It feels really weird to just kind of have one all of a sudden after not having one for X number of games. Not like a cohesive story.
I
Like
mean-
everybody has like
Now, I can tell
arcade
you,
mode endings, and it's like, okay, that's cool. That's cool. Oh, I didn't know that. But like having this big tie-in is kind of strange. It was kind of strange with SF5, but I got behind it. Like
now I
it was
can
actually pretty-
absolutely. I can tell you that, like, I didn't play Ultimate Ninja Storm 4 for the story.
I played it for the story.
Shut up.
I didn't play it for the story because at that point I read anything. I started adventure mode for the story because I saw that adventure mode had like cutscenes and extra stuff, and I was like,
Adventure
cool.
mode didn't
I
have.
want to look at that. I thought it did. Something I
It
got show
didn't
had
have
whatever.
dick.
Dude, I can't believe you fell into the adventure mode trap.
I started it. I actually I did the first mission and then stopped. And then we got the Boruto content and
It's
I
the
did that
same
and I
thing
saw it
from
was just
Boruto 3.
adventure mode and then I stopped.
I mean, Boruto wasn't even. It was an hour long.
Yeah,
I skipped
but
all
Bor-
those cutscenes.
but Boruto's was at least in the adventure mode. So they made you do it.
Yeah. I didn't fall into anything because that would imply that I actually made some progress. I started it, I did one thing and was like, nah, I ain't got the fortitude for this.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you something, George. I had a Wii. The Wii, and
Mhm.
it was my main console, and I got really bored of it because it didn't have any third party games. And you know what made me buy a PS3?
A fighting game with a story?
Storm 2.
That game I never
A
bought.
third party game I couldn't get on the Wii. And I never went back to
Okay.
my Wii after that.
All right.
I'm just saying, third party matters.
I didn't say it didn't. Those words never left my mouth.
I'm just watching this Full Metal Alchemist live action cast reveal trailer.
Warchamp
I
was
saw a
like,
picture of
"You need
Mustang.
blonde, 0 out of 10.
Is it possible for them to not fuck this up?
I don't know, but that fire effect from Mustang looks really shitty.
Well, yeah, it's made in Japan.
Les looks hot though.
Wait, what?
Envy looks really stupid.
Wait, where's this trailer?
Hold on, I'll share it.
I saw it up on Twitter. I didn't bother to.
After you watch that ending.
No.
What?
No.
How about you go? If I watch the ending, you go watch Steins Gate.
So you want me to buy something that... So you want me to buy something that I'm asking you to watch for free? That's
No, I'm not telling you to go read it. I'm telling you to watch the anime.
Oh. Well, okay. I mean, I was kind of going to go do that anyway, but hey, whatever.
Yeah, well, yeah. I don't want you to read the fucking visual novel. You don't even like to read.
Hey, I read One Piece.
You read One
Against your better
Piece.
judgment.
That was
No,
all I
stop.
done.
All I can say is Oda writes a hell of a lot better than my manager.
Oh my gosh. That killed me. That honestly killed me.
You couldn't just share. Never mind. In the YouTube link, something that I could open up in the messenger and it not.
We can't screen share it because it'll be at 2 frames per second.
Well, I wasn't
Try
implying
this.
that you screen share it. I was
Yeah,
just
we-
assuming that the link you would post in the group would be one from YouTube and not
From
Well,
Facebook.
GameSpot's
George,
Facebook.
Do you want me to go back and do it?
I don't know. Maybe you should give me the link, Mister. Oh, you saw something? Give me the link. Give me the link. Give me the link. You do that. You do that often.
Do what?
Request links for everything.
Brian, who did you say was hot?
Lust.
Lust.
Oh, Lust. Okay.
Not Winry. God,
Okay.
no.
Okay, yeah. Lust is hot.
We'll get your body back. I promise. I need you to know I'm not even like watching this all the way through. I'm just kind of like,
Just
ooh,
look for
okay.
that. Look at that Mustang effect and just tell me that's not the worst fire you've ever seen in your life.
I like that gluttony casting.
Yeah, the gluttony casting looks good.
Oh.
Yes, the fire looks like shit, Brian. It's made in Japan.
Yo, I fool with Hawkeye though. She aight.
Yeah, she looked good.
Why is Winry in a schoolgirl outfit? And why is Maze Hughes alive? And why does he look like Markiplier? Still. Envy
I like
looks
the
really
cast
shit.
for Hughes, but yeah, you know, Markiplier.
I'm not gonna lie, Envy looks really bad.
Well, I mean, after having to do everything 4 times, yeah, I'll say 4 times. It's only actually like twice, but after having to do everything 4 times, you know, I don't expect anything like good or big coming out of a live action. Like,
So, like, since, you know,
I think this will be good though.
everyone's pretty much German in Full Metal Alchemist, except for the people from Xing.
not everybody.
I said except for the people from Xing. Oh,
not even them.
and-
Like, I had to.
and the Ishvalans, which you could have just gotten Indian people. Why didn't you just
Ed now is Xerxian.
why didn't you just let the
Z-
white people be the white people?
Are we doing this?
Because it's
Are
bothering
we
me
doing
that-
this?
At the end of the stream, Shelly, are we doing this
doing
really?
this?
It's bothering me that Ed has blonde hair and Winry doesn't have blonde hair.
Yeah, that did bother me a little bit.
Either go all the way or don't.
Also, I don't think that Al had blonde hair in that flashback with them sitting in front of the graves.
I don't think either one of them did. But
I
Al,
don't understand
Al's
this.
hair has always been a little darker, just a little bit. Just a little bit.
I don't have enough of that Sage of the Sixth Path DNA. I mean, let's be real. That's what it is.
Did you watch the ending?
No, Shelly, I didn't.
Oh, do I have to watch the entirety of Steins Gate first?
Yes, no. Fine, I'm watching it now.
Oh, just so you know, that's a YouTube link and not from GameSpot.
Thank you.
It's still opening through Facebook, so fuck you.
Oh nope, it opened the YouTube for me. So.
Mmm.
Look at that DNA strand. It's almost like they're asking about what parents or what. Oh god. Here we go.
Open a YouTube for me also. Thank you, Shelly.
Why don't these people have eyes or mouths?
Yeah, I don't know, just cause.
Oh, look at who directed the ending. No, like, serious statement. Like, go look and see who directed the ending. Something art direction.
Wow, Shelly, you were lying when they said every bit of the arc has been adapted in this ending.
Yeah, I was like, it's literally the arc. She got the Sharingan. Everything's there. Cho-Cho's there.
Oh my god, they're the glasses. And the paper she read.
Oh, hey, look, it's
Everybody with the
Sasuke
fam.
holding her hand. That's new. I didn't know he held hands with people. I thought he just stabbed them. Why does this man have no teeth?
I don't think he didn't have teeth in the manga.
I don't remember.
From what little I remember.
I like this song.
All right, go watch
Steins Gate. Go watch the entirety of Steins Gate.
Oh, wait.
How many episodes is it?
It's like 25, 24. It's not long, and they're making a new anime for the sequel, or for Zero, but we just don't know when that's being announced. So
Is
perfect
it a
time
remake or
Zero is okay. So I said this already, but like Zero is basically like if you take like the ending of Steins Gate, like, and it turns into the bad ending. And it just rolls on that timeline because there's a true ending to Steins Gate, and that's the way the anime, like the original anime, like did. They went with the true ending, but it's like, what if that true ending didn't happen and something happened to get in the way of that, and then the timeline splits, and that's where Zero comes in. It's like them working all the way through the timeline of Zero to get to like the true ending of the original timeline. It's confusing as shit. You'll figure it out.
All those visual novels by that guy where it's a thing and then a semicolon and then another thing, because there's more.
Also, if you watch this dub, Shelly, I would judge you so much.
Watch it dubbed.
Don't do it. I
Watch it
promise
dubbed.
you.
When are you gonna get on Iron Blooded Orphans?
If you
Like, Jesus.
if you watch it dubbed, I will watch Iron Blooded Orphans.
Damn it!
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I have to take one to
Shelly.
the team, Brian.
Shelly, don't. I'm telling you, it's a completely different story if it's not in Japanese. I'm telling you, it ruins two characters. One of the ones that's supposed to be stupid sounds hot, and the one that's supposed to be smart and intellectual sounds like an idiot.
Wait,
Okay,
one sounds
I
hot.
will.
Is that what you said?
No, one of them who's supposed to sound dumb sounds hot.
Okay,
See, now you have to watch
that.
the
Now I
dub.
have to watch the dub.
Don't do it. It ruins the character. I'm telling you, dude. Like, it's a Japanese story. Like, watch it in Japanese.
Look, I'll even spare Brian. You can watch it subbed first, but you go back and watch it dubbed. I will watch Iron Blooded Orphans.
George, you don't have to have a reason to watch Iron Blooded Orphans. It's just good. It's better
Don't tell
than
me
most
that.
of JoJo's.
Well, don't tell him that and you watch DXD dubbed.
We both watched DXD dub.
To be
All
fair,
three of us have watched it.
I watch it both.
I don't watch it dubbed. I watch it subbed
I watch it both.
because it's better that way.
Now I get two completely different
I
experiences.
saw the first 3 episodes dubbed and was like, what is this?
I saw the first 3 episodes dubbed, and I was like, "What is this magic?"
George watches it dubbed or subbed because he watches it for the plot.
I do watch it for the plot.
Yeah, shut
I
up.
also watch it for the plot.
Yeah.
Oh, that plot in my
Nick-
face.
As a matter of fact, Nick has the light novels. I might scoop them.
All for the plot.
All for the plot.
But anyway,
Still waiting on that. Still waiting on that season 4 though.
Some cool stuff's supposed to happen season 4. I can't wait.
You guys gonna watch that Netflix Death Note?
I'll give it a try because I haven't watched actual Death Note. I think that it'll be a nice treat to watch something that's not as good as the original, and then go watch the original.
I watched Steins Gate, but you watched Death Note.
All right, deal.
All right, there you go. We have it, and I don't gotta watch nothing. Cool.
No, you still have to watch Iron Blooded Orphans.
I'm watching Steins Gate. And George has to watch Iron Blooded Orphans.
I'm gonna
We
do
all,
it. I for
we
real.
all have to give progress reports of how it's going to, so we make sure that we know what's happening.
I'm gonna do it. I for real just need to sit down and have
Is
the
Death
time
Note
to
on
do
Crunchyroll?
it. That's all.
Or is it only on Netflix?
I think it's. Oh wait,
It's on Netflix.
it's
I know
what?
it's on Netflix, but is it on Crunchyroll? Because I just don't want to give Netflix my money.
Don't you have my account?
I know. I'm using Shelly's account.
Y'all are trash, and I am late.
But
All right.
the dub is good for Death Note though.
Yeah, I heard. It sounds good. I like it a lot better than Japanese. In
The
that
dub is really
specific
good for
sense.
Death Note. Which,
Um,
granted, I watched it like Adult Swim airing anyway, so I had no choice. My internet was trash at the house.
like
I
at
had
first
to catch it on
like-
TV.
I can't believe L is black.
I want to say I like it,
It's
but I
because
haven't
he took
seen.
that
I haven't seen enough of him to know.
I know, right? Like, no lie. I was like, wait. Is he L?
Yeah. Is he gonna use? Well, no, he can't use Ryuzaki because everybody's names got like localized.
Yeah.
Like they 4 kids, everybody's names.
Mark.
Oh, Brian. Also, in Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge, they make fun of 4 kids so much.
How much?
Okay, so
How much is so much?
you know,
Like, there's almost an entire plot revolving around 4 kids.
yeah.
We could have
You know
ended
the
this
arc
stream
when
like 30 minutes ago.
No, but you have to know. You know the arc when they're trapped in the game and they have to duel like all those dudes who got
The
fired from
Kaibakura
Kaibakura?
bosses.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like right
Yeah.
in between the tournaments.
Oh no, I remember. I hated it. That's when I stopped watching Yu-Gi-Oh.
In the abridged, they just work for 4 kids.
I have to watch it now because that was funny as shit. Thank you. I think the only thing Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged that I've watched is like the one where they like put all the first episode of the Ebonics translator.
Oh god. The Bonds Beyond Time abridged movie is pretty good.
The what?
Bonds Beyond Time is the crossover movie where they got
Oh yeah, the one where they had Jaden and Yusei in there.
Yeah, which on that note, GX the Bridge is pretty okay too.
Oh, they do
But-
a GX. Is it the same people?
Yeah, Jaden's the same dude, like Shady Vox.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's him. But to be fair, Shady Vox is like pretty much what makes it worthwhile. Not to discredit anybody else that's on it, but like I came for Jaden and
it's
kind of
his
stayed
humor.
for Jaden.
All right, well that's a stream, folks.
Sure am, Eddie.
Sure am, Eddie. Good night, everybody.